What's good, fam? Just wanted to make a video. This has been on my heart to make ever since everything started happening. But this video is for those of you out there who are afraid of a job layoff right now, how you're going to feed your family, what you're going to do with everything that's happening. I wanted to tell my story because I've never shared my story before, but I've literally had a life of miracles and living by faith. I haven't had what you would consider a conventional job since 2005. And one thing about God is that is interesting is that you'll look up. At first you'll feel like, oh my God, falling off the cliff. And then the next thing you know, 10 years is gone by and you haven't missed any meals. And God has been on the throne still. So I wanted to share my story because I think it would encourage a lot of people right now who are in a space of fear and not sleeping at night and wondering how they're going to make it. And my stocks have gone down and my kids are out of school. How are we going to make ends meet? And so basically, in 2005, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I was like 19 years old. I was bright eyes, bushy-tailed, and ready for the world, and moving there to work in the music industry, which that's a whole nother amazing story. And when I moved there, like I didn't have a job or anything, so I ended up working for this auto guy. Like I was his secretary, and I would basically type all his advertisements. And so I didn't have a job for like 2 months when I got there. But then when I got this job, about 2 months into me having this job, all of a sudden my boss started acting weird. Now, mind you, this is not like a major corporation where you have like 50 million employees, basically. It's me and it's him. Like he has a back office and I had the front office as the secretary. So all of a sudden he just stopped showing up to work. Now imagine your boss right now not showing up for like 2 weeks. And the last day I went to work, it was dark. There were no lights on. So I'm sitting in the dark. I'm still coming to work on faith, hoping that I'm going to get a check at the end of this. Sitting in the dark, doing my work like, okay, you know, y'all black folks got them spidey sense when we know we about to lose something or something about to happen. I'm like, okay, something's not right. So long story short, I never saw my boss ever again. I have not seen my boss to this day. He never came back. So for 2 weeks, I went to work. Normally my checks would come in the mail. The last 2 checks that he sent to me bounced. And I never saw him again. And I was like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do now? I just moved away from my parents. I'm too stubborn to go back to Minnesota. I'm got to figure this out. What am I going to do? So I forgot that probably 6 months before that, I had to ask God. I'm like, God, I want to start my own business. You gotta be careful what you ask God for. Because you might just get it, but you might get it in a way that you weren't expecting you to get it. In my case, it was when I asked God told God I wanted to start my own business, it meant me losing my job and my boss disappearing and never showing up again. So I literally prayed every day, Lord, convict him until he pays me my money. Convict him, send the angels to talk to him. Don't let him sleep at night till he sends me my money. 2 months later, he sent me my 2 checks and also a little bit over apologizing. He was going through a divorce trying to hide money. And so after that, I realized that I never wanted to feel like that again. I never wanted somebody else other than God to have control over my life in a way that they could affect it at a drop of a dime like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start my business. I'm going to focus on music and speaking. That's what I'm going to do. But then I got scared again. And like most of us do when we get scared, I was like, oh, shoot, how am I going to pay my bills? I was paying, when my boss disappeared, I was paying for groceries with credit cards. The credit card balance kept going up, up, up. What am I going to do? So I'm like, I'm going to give me a job. So the next thing I went to, I'm like, but I need a flexible job because I need to be able to do my business that I'm marketing on the side. And then I need to still be able to pay bills. So the next job I went and got was a drive like elderly people to their doctor appointment because that was flexible. Y'all, within 1 week of me having this job, I get a call from the owner of the company. He says, I'm sorry, but we've decided to fold out of Atlanta. We're closing the company in Atlanta, Georgia. Best wishes to you in your future endeavors. I was like, God, what the hell? Really? I talked to a guy like that. I moved to Atlanta. I feel like you told me to move here, but nothing is working out. This is my second job I done lost within a year's time. Like, what's going on? So I'm like, okay, let me hurry up and get another job. I'm gonna get a work from home job that's still flexible. I can still market my business and do this with flexible hours. So I got the work from home job, right? It was West at Home. That's what I had, the old school PC, big PC computer with the booty on the back, doing this job from home. But then I was like trying to market my business at the same time. So it was like one of those customer service, like with Virgin Mobile, where you walk the people through putting the serial number. Just back when you had like the old school flip phone, you had to walk people through how to put the serial number in order to, what they call it, automate the phone or to activate the phone. So I'm doing that, but then I'm putting people on hold, working on my own business on the side. And the head guy calls me, and he talked to me with a tone that I didn't like. Now, I had been with this company maybe for a month, and he was like, if you put them on hold for that long ever again, we're going to fire you. And I'm from Louisiana, and I got a thing about certain people talking to me a certain kind of way, of a certain persuasion, if you know what I mean. So when he talked to me like that, saying, we'll take your job away, I logged out and I never logged back again. And from that day, I've been living by faith. Mind you, by this time, it's like 2007, 2008-ish. When I started my business full-fledged and decided to believe in God all the way, it was in the middle of the 2008 recession. The reason I'm sharing this story is because we have entered the 2020 recession. And I want to encourage people not to be afraid. When I lost those 3 jobs, you know, they say things come in threes. When for a third time, I was not able to keep a job, I was like, okay, God's trying to tell me something. I need to stop trying to get a job. And at this critical moment in our American life right now, I just want to encourage everybody that God will keep you. And actually, this is actually probably the best thing that could ever happen to you. Because when I started walking by faith and living by faith, that's when the miracles started happening. I literally live like Disney World. What does that mean? Pure imagination. Come with me and you'll see. I'm messing up the words. In a world of pure imagination. I live like that. Where literally I'll pray and then I'll get a phone call with somebody giving me their credit card. And I'll be like, oh my gosh. I live like this. The other day I was down. I was like, oh Lord, because of everything going on with the coronavirus. I not lost a couple clients, but people started delaying their events and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm losing money. So I was starting to feel down. But God reminded me of this story of how he has kept me all these years and actually increased me and made my life more abundant because I started to live by faith. So I'm just trying to tell you, fear not. This is the best thing that ever happened to us right now. I'll share more stories in a little bit, but I'm running out of time. But have faith, believe God, because that's all you can do right now. And it's going to be all right.